Students, we are here to discuss about heterotrophic nutrition, the mode of nutrition in which organisms obtain their food from other organisms or matter is called heterotrophic nutrition. It means that organisms they get their food from other organisms or matter. Depending upon the mode of obtaining food, the organisms have following types of nutrition. First, we will discuss saprophytic nutrition. In this mode of nutrition, the organisms decompose the dead organic matter by secreting certain enzymes, and the soluble matter is absorbed through the body surface. It means you can say that the food is get digested outside of the body of the organism, and the soluble matter is absorbed through the body surface. For example, fungi, mushrooms, mold, yeast, and bacteria. Here you will find saprophytic mode of nutrition, or they feed on dead and decaying organic matter, you can say, and they secrete certain enzymes, and the soluble matter is being absorbed by these organisms. Second mode of nutrition is parasitic nutrition. In this mode of nutrition, the organisms derive their nutrition from other organisms and cause harm to it. Please note this point. They cause harm to the host organism. So the organism which provided food is called a host, and another which obtains food is called a parasite. So point to be noted, the organisms which provided food is called a host, and another which obtains food is called a parasite. Parasite may live outside of the body of the host cell or inside the body of the host cell. If they live inside the body of the host cell, they are called endoparasites. If they live on the body of the host, then they are called ectoparasites. Plant parasites, cuscuta, and then mistletoe, and parasites like tick, lice, roundworms, and tapeworm you will find. Okay, these are the animal parasites. So two plant parasites you are supposed to write, cuscuta and mistletoe. Then holozoic nutrition. Holozoic nutrition, in this type of nutrition in which the organism obtain food by ingesting the food and breaking it down into absorbable form inside the body. It means there are 5 steps. First, taking it in food, which is known as ingestion. So ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, and egestion, these are the different steps involved in holozoic mode of nutrition. So what is ingestion? Ingestion is taking in food. Digestion is conversion of complex food molecules into simple and absorbable form. Then absorption is diffusion of soluble parts of food into blood. And assimilation is utilization of the absorbed food by the body cells. And last step is egestion, throwing out undigested part of food, okay, from the body. So nutrition in unicellular organisms, you will find many unicellular organisms around you. For example, amoeba. So unicellular organisms may use the entire surface of the body to take in food. For example, amoeba, I'm talking about amoeba. So unicellular organism may use the entire surface. If it is using the entire surface, it is amoeba. Because in paramecium, you will find certain specific point where food is taken in. So amoeba takes in food by using temporary finger-like extension. We call these temporary finger-like extensions as pseudopodia, and these pseudopodia are formed on the body surface, you can say, and which engulf the body surface, engulf the food particles, forming a food vacuole, and food is broken down with the help of enzymes. The soluble form of food is then diffused into the cytoplasm and utilized by the body. And undigested food is then moved to the surface of the cell and thrown out. So you can say in amoeba, the mode of nutrition is holozoic mode of nutrition. Here 5 steps you will get: ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, and egestion. So, paramecium is a unicellular organism with definite shape. It has an opening to take the food. Food forms a food vacuole inside the body and is digested. So you can say paramecium is a unicellular organism, or an unicellular organism, you can say. Then here in this diagram, you will see how amoeba is engulfing its food. It is a food particle, you can say minute microorganism on which amoeba is feeding. So pseudopodia encircle it and form a cup-like structure and then form a food vacuole. Inside this food vacuole, food is get digested with the help of certain enzymes secreted by the cell. So nutrition in human beings is another, you can say is human beings have holozoic nutrition. Humans have digestive system. It comprises alimentary canal and the digestive glands. So alimentary canal is a long tube-like structure. Extending from mouth to anus, it has the following parts. First, mouth. Food enters the digestive system through mouth, which leads to buccal cavity. So the floor of buccal cavity has muscular tongue, which has taste buds to taste the food. And human beings have 32 teeth to chew and grind the food. Teeth are of 4 types, namely incisors, canines, premolars, and molars. These are cutting teeth, biting teeth, and grinding teeth. You can say premolars and molars. Pharynx is a short conical region that lies in the neck region. It has 2 parts. One lies behind nasal cavity and leads to trachea, and the other leads to esophagus. Esophagus is a muscular tube, 25 centimeter, you can say, in length. It penetrates the diaphragm and leads to stomach. Food passes through the esophagus due to rhythmic contraction and relaxation known as peristalsis. This term is important for the examination of point. So you can say examination point of view. And here peristalsis or peristaltic muscles help in moving the food forward. Stomach is a sac-like organ having strong muscular walls. It lies just below the diaphragm on the left side of the abdominal cavity. Then here, yes, then we are talking about stomach. The small intestine is a narrow tube, 6 meter in length. It is extensively coiled and has 3 parts. Duodenum, which is curved C-shaped structure that receives secretion of the liver and pancreas. Jejunum, it's a quite long coiled part, helps in digestion, and then ileum helps in the absorption of digested food. Actually, small intestine is not small. It is known as a small intestine, but it is the longest part of the alimentary canal. Largest intestine is short and wider than small intestine. It forms an inverted U, cover the coils of small intestine, and it has 3 regions. First, caecum is small rounded sac, then colon. Colon, its shape is inverted U, absorb water from the indigestible food. So rectum is store faces or stool. It opens to the exterior by anus. Then here is a diagram where you can find different part of the alimentary canal. Mouth, Then buccal cavity. Inside buccal cavity, you will have tongue and teeth. Then a long tube-like structure, esophagus. Bag-like structure is stomach. Then small intestine, large intestine. Two glands are associated with this. Here you can say liver, largest gland. We will discuss this thing in detail when we will discuss the process of digestion, then absorption, assimilation in detail. Then this is anus and this is appendix. So you will note down these notes in your copy and keep watching my video, and please subscribe my channel so that I may contact you in future too. Okay, keep supporting. Thank you very